see out of Payton. It just seemed like that confidence, that swag, all of it when he was back.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has he puts obviously a ton of pressure on himself, and you just always know in games where he's not the best version of himself, he's going to bounce back quickly. It's a sign of a great player, and he did that, and he got off to a great start, even with the foul trouble. But you just kind of saw a difference just in his approach, his mindset, and really his aggressiveness, and it was a hell of a game from him.
Things got close there, and then Jaylen found Payton for a couple of baskets. How did Jaylen's ability to see the floor today, set up guys, help you survive the comeback?
Yeah, I mean, triple-double. And to me, it's just having a great balance of understanding when it's, his time versus when it's time to make a play, right? And I think that's been a huge growth of his, not just this year, but I think in the past as well. And that's what you want out of, your best players. And, I think he takes just as much pride in watching someone else close the game as he does in closing it himself. And you kind of saw those plays that he was able to make throughout the game.
Having 5 minutes the last 10 to be able to come in.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it a lot. Depth has a lot of different definitions, and every game is different. And X is the ultimate professional. Whether he plays, every game or he misses 10 games, I have a level of trust, that he's going to go out there and he's going to execute and he's going to do exactly what we want. And that's really hard to do in this league, and you can't take a guy like that for granted. But he works. He's always ready, and like I said, regardless of how much time goes in between games, I think one of the biggest keys you could have as a player is have a trust, with your staff. And anytime he's in, we trust that, he'll execute. So that was big time by him.
You said that Jaylen takes just as much pride in seeing someone else close out a game. There was a lot of chatter this year about, him going in the number one option and how he would handle that. How have you seen him kind of take on the challenge that this season has presented?
Yeah.
And not necessarily, I know you said it's not really changing roles, but
yeah.
Obviously.
I mean, he just doesn't care about that. He just doesn't care about that. It's never been. He cares about winning and really the process, of how we go about doing it. And I think he has a great understanding of that. He's never gotten caught up in a narrative like that. He just has what gives us the best chance to win. Are we doing that on both ends of the floor? And how can he impact winning there? So I think that says a lot about him to not get caught up in that. And tonight's a perfect example of that.
You guys had a sloppy first half, a bunch of turnovers. What allowed you, without Derek and without Heaney, to kind of overcome that?
Yeah, I don't even know if there were turnovers. There was 50. There was we couldn't catch for a little while, and and it was weird. I thought we fumbled a couple balls out of bounds, had a couple rebounds, and it was just kind of. So to me, the point was we were playing with a level of effort and a level of connectivity. We just had to execute a little bit better. And I think second night of a back-to-back, couple guys out, that's what you care about most is the effort and, the level of connectivity that you have. And I think the other stuff comes throughout the game.
Were you pleased with the execution? Obviously you just hit a bunch of threes, but the execution.
Yeah, there's a lot of variance at the end of games. You have to make shots, as you saw with Mitchell and Garland making, half-court shots or right above there. But I think at the end of the day, you don't want to turn the ball over. You want to fight to get a great shot, and you want to be able to take advantage. And to me, that's where the balance came. I thought Payton did a great job of getting into the paint. And if it was a two-man game with him and Jaylen, they did a great job of that. But our spacing was intentional. Our matchup recognition was intentional. And then both those guys made plays.
So Jordan had just one of those sneaky games where he gave you some possessions. He chased down offensive rebound. He got a putback. He cut to the rim. For Jaylen to hit him, it just seemed like he just kind of did everything.
To me, the play was taking the ball from and getting the foul, slowly understanding what the role has to be every single night, and it's a difficult task. But tonight, I thought you saw the best version of what he is on both ends of the floor, and he could be that every night, and he's learning that. But that's the Jordan that we need. If we want to get to a different level this year, he's got to keep working it. But tonight is a perfect example of kind of him at his best, like you said, just on both ends of the floor. But I thought the play for him that was different was it wasn't a jump ball. He just took it from him and got to the free throw line.
Yeah. Thank you, Joe.
Thanks.
Thanks, Joe.
Players will be in the locker room.